Hello friends and welcome to Picture Astrology. In this quick snap video we will learn about placement of Saturn in the sign of Pisces for Aries Ascendant horoscope. And when Aries Ascendant, that means first sign of the zodiac, rises in your chart, Pisces falls in the 12th house. So this video is also about placement of Saturn in the 12th house for Aries Ascendant. So for Aries Ascendant, Saturn becomes Lord of 10th and 11th house respectively, and that is because these two houses contains the sign of Capricorn and Aquarius, and both of them are ruled by Saturn. So this one placement definitely is going to impact 10th house, 11th house and obviously 12th house because Saturn is placed here. Now in Vedic astrology, Saturn has some special aspects. Saturn looks at third house from itself, which in this case will be the second house. Saturn has an aspect on the 7th from itself, which in this case will be 6th house. And Saturn also have a 10th house aspect, which in this case will be on the 9th house. So this one placement of Saturn here in the sign of Pisces affects half of your horoscope. That means 6 houses out of 12 are directly under the influence of this Saturn. So obviously a lot can be learned and said about this one position. But in next few minutes we will try to understand maybe like top 4 or 5 implications of this Saturn's placement. So the very first thing which you need to know about this placement is that this calls for you to be cautious or exercise caution in your life in many ways. And let's see why. Why caution? So see, this Saturn is placed in the 12th house, which is known as the house of expenses, all kind of expenses, which includes monetary expense, you spending your time, spending your energy, all kind of expenditure. And from here this Saturn aspects the 6th house. So the aspect on the 6th house is actually good for immunity power, meaning it helps you fight diseases as long as Saturn is not afflicted. So it does give you or does give your body enough resistance to fight diseases. However, 12th house is house of expenses and 6th house is the house of law and order, house of trouble from law and order. It is the house which shows different kind of punishment or fines which you may have to encounter. So the very first thing you must be cautious always is about following law. Following law in anything you do. So this Saturn is Lord of 10th house. So anything related to work, you must follow all the laws of not just the law of land. You should also try to remain ethical at all times when it comes to your work life. Otherwise, there are chances of you getting penalized in one way or the other or getting fined for the work. Now the Saturn, as we saw, is Lord of 10th house of work and it is placed in the 12th house, which shows foreign countries. So in many occasions people with this placement have some kind of relationship with the foreign nations or far off places for their work as well as pleasure, because Saturn is Lord of 11th as well. And these kind of travels could be to and fro. You go and come back, you go and come back. Settling in the foreign place takes a little time when you have this kind of placement. And again, when you travel a lot, always remember to abide by laws. And I repeat, it's not just the law of the land, but also the moral and ethical laws. Now one common aspect of this Saturn in 12th will be that your social circle will change frequently. Saturn is Lord of the 11th house, which shows your friends and social circle, friends with which you go to bar, you spend your weekends, you spend time with. So that friend circle or social circle, because the Lord of 11th is in 12th and at the same time his aspect on the 6th, this social circle is bound to change often, and you might find yourself in new situation, in new friends, in new places, something very alien to you, things and places very alien to you very often. And if there are any benefic influence on this Saturn here, then those foreign country travel, those change in social circle, those relations with the foreign people, they all will be fruitful to you. But again, remember to follow the law. Otherwise, you can get into trouble while traveling on foreign soil as well because of this Saturn's placement. Now, another important and probably one of the most important thing which this Saturn suggests is it forces you to always think long term. When this Lord of 10th house and 11th house is in 12th, it will take you some time to completely settle and excel in, say, a profession or in any kind of job you want to do. Even in your hobby, it will take some time for you to completely master and settle in. And because it also shows frequent changes, you might find yourself changing either your job frequently, or you find the job situation is changing in your life, and you sometimes might feel that you have to probably start over again, and that's fine. Just think long term, over a period of 5 to 10 years. Don't think about short term gains all the time. When you have this kind of placement, be an investor in share market. Investor meaning a long term investor. Don't be a trader. Don't try to buy a share today and sell it tomorrow and make quick bucks, make quick profit. That is not for you. If you invest yourself in a long term strategy, think long term, then this Saturn can give you good yields, good results. And even there, please remember to follow the law, as I said. And by law, I mean, I'm repeating it probably the 4th time, but it is important that obviously the law of the land, and at the same time all the moral and ethical values as well, as much as you can. Because otherwise, this simultaneous aspect, presence of Saturn in 12th and aspect on 6th can get you in some or the other trouble. So friends, this was my quick analysis of Saturn in 12th house, a snapshot analysis basically for Aries Ascendant. As I said in the beginning, there are so many other areas which we can really drill down into and discuss about them at length, but I'll try to cover those in a detailed video later on. Meanwhile, I sincerely hope you would have gained some more insights about this placement of Saturn, and please do like and subscribe to my channel to continue to receive updates like this. I thank you so much for watching me and being with me so far, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.